Okay. I need dinner tonight to be about 1,000 calories. This Marie Callender's is 310 calories. This one is 610 calories, so that's 920 calories. And this pot pie, which is beef, but it's like I would say a full-size pot pie. Large size. Okay, large size pot pie is 970 calories. That's about right to eat it by itself. But I have the small pot pies, and I still don't want to be hungry after that. I was hungry last night after I finished eating this soup I made. That wasn't enough. So I don't want to be hungry again tonight. I'm planning in advance, but I also don't want to be over full. The last time I had this, I think I ate maybe a little too much, but I'm going to try again this time with these two to put them in the oven. Let me close this door. I'm just showing how I'm missing emotion here on the apartment because somebody came by the apartment whom I did not call myself. I don't really know her. Let me try and get the business card on the video long enough for you to see it. I can read it out loud. Maybe it'll focus. The camera doesn't want to focus for me the way I want it to. State of Nevada Department of Health and Human Services, Aging and Disability Services Division. And then it has a seal right here. Well, I tried to look at it without the camera, and I just don't see it the way I want to. It's not as clear as I want it to be. The address of, I suppose, the offices, but I don't know that because I've never been there. 7150 or 0 Pollock, Pollock Drive. Drive, does that mean you just keep driving? You don't stop here. You don't stop here. Oh, okay, we don't stop here. Las Vegas, Nevada, 89119. So the addresses that are on the post office's routing of the mail, the U.S. mail, there are not due to be people in every kind of roadway. For example, Maryland Parkway in Las Vegas, Nevada, the parkway is supposed to be all the cars of traffic in park. And there's no thoroughfare. There's no trafficking of cars and buses on Maryland Parkway. It's supposed to be everything in park. And this is a drive here. That means you can drive there, but you don't stop. You don't go into somebody's office because they gave you a business card. You just drive by because it says drive and you don't go in. Well, but she's a little more forceful than that. I've never even been here. No, she came right to the front door and knocked. And then she said, step aside because she wants to enter into the doorway was opened by myself. And I said, I don't think that's a good idea. No. And she said, well, you at least take this business card. And I had to look at it. I didn't know what it was. So I accepted that she handed this to me. And then I was reading it to see what it was at all. And then I just kept it because I read it and didn't want to say that I would give it back to her as though I didn't read it. I did read it, so I just kept it for that reason. And I did tell her that she should go to jail because she's not due to talk to me the way she's talking to me. About what she said to me was, can I come in? And then she started to step herself forward, walking towards the doorway. Can I come in? And she started to walk in. And I was standing in the doorway as how she couldn't get past me. And then she said, we need to talk about these sensitive matters inside, is what she said. And I said, whoa, no, because I don't know who you are. You're just somebody who knocked on the door, but I wasn't expecting you. No, I wasn't expecting you. Nobody told me you were coming, and I never called you, and you never called me. Yep, I don't actually know you. If she called, maybe I didn't get the phone call because this phone doesn't receive phone calls. I don't have a phone that receives phone calls anymore. Charles Toe has a phone that receives phone calls, and he's not here. And he's not been here since the middle of April. But that's just witnesses myself. The rest of you folks don't know where he is. Ever. Like before, during, or after I ever say the name Charles Toe. You don't know who he is or where he is ever. Before, during, after, or ever. That after I say the name Charles Toe. Well, that's how this is going to be. You just don't know. Because it's none of your business. If you want to keep track of where people are and make certain agreements with each other, you have to do that with somebody who says yes, and then you have to go into jail and prison with the agreement. God is not making any such agreement that you're allowed to be anywhere in public. You are totally illegal people with illegal genitals to tell you how illegal you are with yourself. If the maintenance is threatening the utilities, I suppose they'll just come and do what it is they do with the utilities. You know, they could take this equipment out the same way they put it in, and I can't stop them that they leave a hole in the wall doing that. Yep, is that what Ann Croker is here to talk about? That it's not up to me because she can get somebody to come and do a criminal mischief on this equipment sticking out of the wall that I asked for, that I don't really need it because there was central air at the time. This is covered up now, and this is covered up now, which was the thermostat was right here. There was central air at the time. There was nothing sticking out of the wall at the time. They cut this hole in the wall and put this equipment in. If Ann Croker, this female, if she's trying to hire a criminal mischief because she's mentally unstable as much as a maintenance man who could get that out, yeah. Well, I don't actually want any enemies in this world. Well, if that's what you're asking, I don't have an anger problem that I would make an enemy like that would come and take this out of the wall because they're angry with myself personally. I don't really think I stoke that kind of fire in you. And I don't want you to mix in with my life because you're mentally unstable and you can get here without any sort of permission to be here. Well, according to you, it's just an apartment and it's none of my business and I'm none of my business. I realize that, but I'm very old. I have seen that all already. I am none of my business. Got it. It's established. I am deceased in the threatening. I am disclosed as being deceased. Right, well, I'm right here. Because you've done that. You tell me I'm none of my business about everything that moves in my life. And you think that I have needs are sort of a burden to myself and a threat to myself. You think I have needs and I'm going to have to live with new experiences of not having what I need. And that's how I have to live. Because you're going to teach me a lesson about, I don't know, that I should adore you as God instead of that I should be myself to God. For God that way. Well, I've been through it all. I've seen it all. I'm deceased in the threatening, and you don't know that is not due. Were you born yesterday and you're using a birthday? Before you say your birthday, before this person says her birthday, you should know that I'm deceased in threats. To hear you say to me that I am none of my business because of everything that moves. That means you're repeating something in my life that's not repeated in your life. It's new to you. It's new to you is not new to me. I am deceased, disclosed against yourself. That I survived, that you did that to me already. You belong in prison because you are executing, threatening on somebody else, and you are repeating that in somebody else's life. That's why you belong in prison, because you are yourself. You belong in prison because you are yourself. You belong in prison because you are yourself. That's too bad. That's too bad. You are yourself. You don't say that to me ever. I am none higher than me, deceased. I don't know you, I don't trust you, and I don't believe you, and most of all, I